Using the onboarding solution, a campus department will onboard a new employee. The recruitment phase has completed and a verbal offer has been extended and accepted by the final candidate. This demonstration will give you a 360-degree view of the onboarding process for a career staff new hire at UC San Diego. From the virtual onboarding site, the department HR contact will send a formal offer of employment, new hire forms, and prepare the new hire for productivity on their first day of work. This single point of entry captures the known HR data used throughout the process. Using a calendar, selecting the start date and offer acceptance deadline are made easy. Dynamic drop-down values by title code or payroll title make selecting the correct one simple. The HR contact can identify if the position is covered by a union and also provide the correct pay cycle, bi-weekly or monthly, along with the respective hourly or annual rate. Additional offer details can be used to communicate more information to the candidate in the offer letter, such as union information or additional details specific to the job. Prior to sending the offer letter, the HR contact can review, download, and print the offer letter. Conveniently, this preview opens in another tab. If there was a correction needed, the offer letter could be edited. The offer letter is ready to be sent. The candidate receives an email from UC San Diego Human Resources, and by clicking on the link, they are presented with the formal offer of employment from UC San Diego. By clicking to sign, the candidate accepts the offer of employment, and there's the opportunity to print or download the offer letter. The new hire will receive an email thanking them for accepting the offer, and the HR contact is notified the candidate has accepted the offer of employment and the new hire forms are being sent automatically. The new hire automatically receives the required new hire forms to be completed in advance of their start date. Known information is pre-populated on these forms. If the new hire has a preferred name, it would be entered here. This would be used for things such as employee ID card or department announcements regarding new hires. Certain selections can require additional information to be entered. For example, if the individual didn't have a permanent mailing address in the United States, a foreign mailing address would be required. The data entry for the I-9 form is completed, however, no signature is collected now. This will be completed on the start date when meeting with the HR contact. Tax withholdings can be selected, and the employee policy acknowledgement combined over 20 forms of information. This information ranges from the UC Principles of Community, Workers' Compensation, Affordable Care Act Exchange Notice, to the UC San Diego Smoke-Free Policy, Substance Abuse, and Asbestos Notice. The new hire initials to confirm understanding of the Computer Information Use and Security Statement. And if desired, the voluntary self-ID forms for disability and veteran status can be completed. Mistakenly, a required field and signature tag were not completed, so the new hire forms cannot be finished. When action completes on the last form, DocuSign will automatically take the user to the field that requires data entry and to where the missing signature is for completion. Again, there is the option for the individual to download or print the new hire forms. An email thanking the new hire for completing the forms is received. Once the new hire completes the forms, the department HR contact receives an email message to review them. Clicking on the link will navigate the HR contact to review the new hire forms. Once these forms have been reviewed, the information is entered into PPS to create the employee record, which generates the employee ID number. When the employee ID number and account creator email address have been entered, the HR contact may approve the forms. When the new hire forms are approved, it triggers an email notice to the department account creator. This is the role within a department responsible for provisioning the new hire access, establishing their Active Directory username and email address. Within this email message is the necessary information the account creator will need to complete their actions for provisioning the new hire in auxiliary campus systems. Once the account creator has completed their necessary actions, they will reply to the email and include the Active Directory username and email address for the new hire. The HR contact receives the email from the account creator with the necessary information, and from the link they can enter the account information for the new hire. Once this is submitted, a welcome letter is automatically generated and sent to them. The welcome letter contains information about what the new hire will want to complete prior to coming to campus. Also, where, when, and with who they will be meeting with on their start date. It includes information about where to park, how to update their password and access email, also acceptable identification for the I-9, employee ID number, and most importantly, a link to the new hire website. In addition to welcoming the new hire to UC San Diego, this website will guide them through the actions to be completed prior to their start date. Activating an email account, registering for access to campus business systems, and printing a complimentary parking pass prior to coming to campus on their first day. New hires will be able to click on a link to print a complimentary parking pass of the first 15 calendar days of employment. Links for the virtual or live campus tour, along with additional benefits of being a Triton and a new employee resource list, can all be found on the new employee website. The new hire receives a reminder notice with his start date, time, and information about who he will be meeting with, where to park, and a link to acceptable identification for I-9 verification. The witness ceremony is initiated when meeting with the HR contact on the start date. Information completed on the I-9 previously will be pre-populated for any necessary editing by the new hire. The UC oath and patent forms are also signed at this time. After the new hire completes both forms, the HR contact will then complete their portion of each. The HR contact is not able to edit any of the information entered by the new hire. The identification information is entered into Section 2 of the I-9. The HR contact then signs the oath and patent form. Both the HR contact and the new hire will receive notification letting them know the witness ceremony has completed. Department-specific onboarding activity can now begin.